I state, do you have any witnesses you wish to call?
Yes, Your Honor. The first one to state with call is William Rubble.
William
Rubble.
Rubble, come on up.
Right this way, sir.
Good morning. Have you raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Tell me your name and how you spell it.
William Rubble, R-U-B-L-E.
State, did you want to ask him questions or just allow him to speak?
Your Honor, I was just going to let him speak. My understanding is he has a prepared statement that he wanted to read to the court.
Okay. Go ahead, sir. The floor is yours.
Your Honor, I have known the Wright family my entire life. Karen Wright was one of my mother's first friends after moving to Florida in the mid-1980s. I remember when Karen and John adopted Julia, Paulina, and Greg from Russia, and I often babysat their children as we grew up together. Over the past 3.5 decades, I've attended holidays, birthdays, graduations, and countless other gatherings at their home. It's nearly impossible to leave their company in anything but a better mood than when you arrived. They are, without question, one of the most loving and joyful families I've ever known. I consider Karen and John to be like an aunt and uncle, and their children closer than many of my actual cousins. Paulina was full of energy, kindness, and promise. She was a joy to be around, a devoted daughter, loving sister, and a wonderful aunt. Her presence lit up every life she touched. The court has heard from many people who loved her, or will. But I would like to speak specifically to the effect her loss has had on this family. Quite frankly, the only word that fits is shattered. Those of us who have spent time working in the criminal justice system often see tragedy up close, but this family has not. To watch the pain they have endured has been absolutely heartbreaking. And yet, I've been profoundly proud of how they've carried themselves with the same grace and composure that they showed during the entirety of this trial. As a former law enforcement officer myself, I understand the responsibility that comes with carrying a firearm. Every individual who goes through Florida Basic Recruit Training is taught that there's no room for complacency when it comes to weapon handling. The public places an unspoken but heightened trust in those who wear the badge, not only to protect the community, but also to keep the people closest to them safe. By all reasonable measures, Dale Boileau's presence in Paulina's life should have made her safer, not placed her in danger. His conduct violated that trust and directly caused her death, an outcome that was entirely preventable. I've also personally experienced the consequences of such negligence firsthand. While on Thanksgiving break for my own recruit academy class in 2009, I was the victim of a negligent discharge by someone I believed to be competent with firearms. Bullet shattered my right elbow, partially severed my ulnar nerve, and led to a 2-year recovery before I was able to return to training in 2011. That experience instilled in me a lifelong respect for how quickly a single careless act can change, or in Paulina's case, end a life. The result of failing to follow the most basic principle of firearm safety, something every recruit is taught, including Dale, is that the Wright family and all of us who love them will forever be dimmed by Paulina's loss. I've always believed that a guilty verdict belongs to the victim, but sentencing is for the living, for those left behind. I respectfully ask that the court consider the absolute maximum sentence available in light of the egregious negligence committed by Dale Boileau. It is the closest thing to being made whole that any of us who knew and loved Paulina will ever feel again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mr. Taddy, any questions?
No, sir.
You can be seated.
Your Honor, next state's going to call Rebecca Baker to the stand.
Have you raised your right hand, ma'am? You swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can put your hand down. And tell me your name and how you spell it.
Rebecca, R-E-B-E-C-C-A, Baker, B-A-K-E-R.
Okay.
Your Honor, same thing. She has a statement prepared.
Go ahead and read it.
Okay. Hello, my name is Rebecca Baker. My maiden name is Rebecca Wright, and Polina Wright is my little sister. They say lightning doesn't strike the same place twice, but on September 20th, 2024, it struck me twice in a row. My phone rang early in the morning. My dad was calling. My dad never calls early in the morning, so I answered right away. He's sobbing uncontrollably, and immediately my heart is in my throat. He manages to choke out in between his cries, "She's dead, Polina is dead." I feel the first clap of lightning strike my body, and I scream, "No, no, no." In my dad's panic, he hangs up. I call him right back and I yell, "What happened, Dad? What happened?" He answers, "All we know is that she died of a gunshot wound," and clap, the lightning strikes me again. An immediate knowing. I knew that you, Leslie Boileau, killed my sister. My sister Polina was kind, smart, funny, and witty. Even when she was being mean to me, we were sisters after all, she still made me laugh. Paulina's humor was the unexpected type. You never knew how or when she would make the funniest comment that made you laugh until your ribs hurt. Polina also gave the best head scratches, the warmest hugs, the coziest couch snuggles. She loved her family so dearly. I miss her like crazy. Paulina became an aunt in January 2024. Her niece was born to her twin sister, Julia, and then 12 hours later, on the very same day, her nephew, my son, was born. Paulina's joke is, "My nephew is just such a gentleman." He said, "Ladies first." Paulina loved children, and she loved her niece and nephew most of all. I am devastated that they will only know her from photos that we show them and the stories that we tell them. They will never see her face light up the room with that mischievous little dimply grin. They will never taste her famous green bean casserole. They will never hear her infectious laugh. Grief changes everything. I did not only lose my sister that horrible day, I lost a version of my family that I will never get back. I lost a version of myself. How did I know that it was Dale who killed Polina? There are a million tiny changes in Polina in the short years she knew Dale. She never spoke a word against him. She never told me he was hurting her. She never told me really anything at all about their relationship. But when I poked and prodded as sisters do, it always alarmed me at how little she would say. It wasn't what she said, it was what she didn't say. I had no evidence that Dale was coercively controlling her, emotionally manipulating her, or physically abusing her. But what I did have was a weird sinking suspicion and intuition that my sister was in danger. After she was killed, I found the evidence. Her journals, her friends who saw the strange bruises. It will always haunt me that I never had the opportunity to help her escape.
Ms. Baker, I do want to interrupt.
Yeah.
It's inappropriate for me as a judge to consider allegations of criminal conduct that a person has not been charged with and convicted of at sentencing. I understand that you're reading from a prepared statement, but because I can't consider them, it would also be inappropriate for me to hear them. If you're able to, as reading your statement, anybody else in the family who has a statement to read, not read those portions, so that I'm not put in a position where somebody could say that I have considered something inadmissible. That would be much appreciated.
Okay.
Continue.
Two days before Polina was killed, we chatted on FaceTime for a long while. She made silly faces at my son. She told me about how excited she was for her future. We planned to have her come and visit me where I live in the state of Maryland. We just had the best little chat. That call plays over and over and over in my head. Could I have said something to save her? My family and I will grieve for a lifetime. However, we do not grieve without hope. We grieve with the knowledge that Polina is in the arms of her Savior, Jesus Christ. Polina, I know I will be seeing you. It is a very powerless feeling to plead in front of this broken court system for a tiny shred of justice. Nothing will bring Polina back. Nothing. I only hope that a maximum sentence will stop Leslie from destroying another family. Please, Judge McCourt, I implore you. This man deserves a maximum sentence for killing Polina. Justice demands it.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Taddy, any questions?
No questions.
Your Honor, next state's going to call Gregory Wright to the stand.
You said Gregory Wright? Good morning, sir. Can you raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
I swear affirm any testimony you give today will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, you can put your hand down, sir. Tell me your name and how you spell it.
Gregory Wright, Grigory Wright.
What would you like to tell me, sir?
Hmm?
What would you like to tell me?
My name is Gregory Wright, and Polina was my sister. Me, Polina, and Julia were all born in Russia, and we got adopted in 2004. For the first 5 years of their life, their safety was on me. We didn't have a good father figure around, so I was in charge of keeping them safe. And I did until we got to America, and then it was on my father. And he did great for 13 years. And then the responsibility shifted to Mr. Boileau, and he was not able to do that. I saw Julia get married. I saw her become a mother. It breaks my heart that I won't get to see the same for Polina. I have a daughter, 8 years old. Polina won't get to see her grow up, graduate high school, any of that. For the rest of my life, I will have to console my father and my mother, and my brother and my 3 sisters. Words do no justice in describing how much I miss her. And how much this hurt me. That is all, Your Honor.
Patty, any questions?
No, sir.
Y'all mind if I ask a question or two?
I do not.
You're her older brother?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I am 29 years old.
What's her birthday?
Her birthday is December 31st, 1998.
When did she come to the United States? When did you all come to the United States?
November 16th, 2004.
Okay. All right, very good. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, next state would call Julia Dawson to the stand.
Now, do you raise your right hand? You swear affirm any testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down. Tell me your name and how you spell it.
Julia, Julia, Dawson, Dawson.
What would you like to tell me?
My name is Julia Dawson. I am Paulina's twin sister. Growing up, our grandpa called Paulina Dimples, and I Giggles. We were Dimple and Giggles. Since Dimples has gone, my Giggles seem to have disappeared. Rarely are they heard much these days. Losing my twin sister in such a horrendous act has devastated many, but destroyed me. There are no words I could ever say to describe the pain and heartbreak I am feeling. I have lived 25 years being a twin to Polina. Polina and I had a bond no one could or would ever understand. God blessed me with one twin. There is no going to find another. Polina is all I've known my whole life. The bond formed between us even before birth is a lifelong connection. And in a blink of an eye, that was all taken away from me. Half of me has died. I desperately pray I can feel whole again, but knowing Polina is no longer here or side with me leaves me numb. Polina was my biggest cheerleader. She stood next to me on my wedding day, held my hand during the birth of my daughter, pushed me to do hard things, encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone, showed up for me, listened to me, cried with me, laughed with me. I could keep going. I will no longer get to make any memories with her. I just cling on to the 25 years God blessed me with having her by my side. She was my best friend. No morning as I wake or lay my head down to rest go without tears, anger, pain, and Polina on my mind. I'm dreading the day I have to tell my daughter and future kids the horror story of what happened to their Aunt Polly. All I have left is photos and memories to share. My daughter will never get to experience the love her Aunt Polly would have continued to give her. She was the best aunt. Anytime she saw her niece and nephew, her smile would light up the whole room. Paulina only got 8 months with her babies before she was taken. The good days are stolen from me because I remember Paulina isn't here to celebrate and do life with me. The bad days are only worse because I'm constantly reminded of the evil way she was taken for no reason. I am now left to celebrate birthdays on my own. I am left to blow out Paulina's side of the candles on our birthday cake. A day that's supposed to be filled with life and celebration is now a day I mourn and wish to never celebrate again. My life is now filled with fear, anger, anxiety, sleepless nights, nightmares, endless tears, and heartbreak that will never go away. Through my tears, pain, and sorrow, Jesus is better. I do not know why this happened to Polina. I do not know why this happened to both families. But I do know we have a faithful, all-knowing, and loving Father. Because of Jesus' blood, Polina is in eternal glory now, where we all yearn to be. That is all I have left to cling on to. I will see her beautiful face again, and what a celebration that will be. My life will live on, but it will never be the same again. The emotional wounds caused will never heal. I will continue to carry Paulina's memory on.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions?
No, sir.
You can be seated, ma'am.
State has no more witnesses, Your Honor.
Mr. Caddy, do you have any witnesses you wish to call?
Yes, sir. Juan Ferran. David Boileau.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm any testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Tell me your name and how you spell it.
David Boileau, DavidBoileau.
Great, thank you, sir. Mr. Caddy?
He has a letter that was submitted with the other letters. You're welcome to read that, or if you want to add to it, you can do that now.
I have read it.
You have read it?
I have read it, but if you want to read it, you can. If there's anything you want to say, you can.
If you've already read it, sir, then I'll just add to it. My condolences to the Wright family. It's a terrible tragedy that happened. That's all I can say.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.